here with Eyes on the Game, and I'm here at the Olympia Expo, where I'm once again being joined by the man, Bobby Lashley. You're back here from when we met a year ago here at NutriBullet. Can you talk about, your time with the company?
Well, the thing I like about NutriBullet is it's one of those companies where we're not going to get tainted supplements. It's a Canadian-based company, so there's regulations. And I mean, the team that we have here is great. I've been in the business with fighting and professional wrestling for a long time, and I've never really put my name behind any company. And so the fact that I put my name behind, and I've been regarded as to have one of the better physiques in wrestling and one of the better physiques in fighting, and I never really put my staple on anything until I met with this company. This company actually has good products, and I mean, I feel good.
And so it's funny you mentioned tainted supplements. I mean, so I'm guessing you've been following along with quite a few things that's been going on in MMA, right?
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's legit. And a lot of people want to just deem the people that have been busted lately, but tainted supplements is a real deal. When I was at the Olympic Training Center, we had Usada, and Usada delves a lot deeper than any other company into what's going on with what you have. When I was at the Olympic Training Center, we had like one product line they allowed us to take because everyone else is trying to get the edge. I mean, look at this place. We're at the Olympia. There's like hundreds of companies out there with the new product. I mean, how many different ways can you spin protein? How many different ways can you spin a pre-workout drink? So what makes us better than anyone else? For us, it's the caliber of people, and it's the fact that we have exactly what we say in the product. Everyone else is kind of like, what can we like sprinkle in there to make us a little bit better? So with that being said, it can happen a lot, and I think a lot of guys are getting like deemed as we're going to take away your whole career and everything that you've ever done in your career because you put something into your system, like you took a shot or something like that, and I don't really think that's what it is.
So do you think the companies didn't tell the fighters or something, right, that it's been tainted?
I don't know that they didn't tell them, but I mean, when you start breaking down the science of different products, we all know what we try to do is we want to recover. Who can recover the quickest is he who is going to have the longevity and who is going to look the best. So everybody's finding out a way to recover quicker, and they're trying different formulas here, different formulas there, and those formulas can come across as anything when it comes to the test, especially when we go to USADA, when USADA really goes really deep. So, I mean, let's talk about somebody out there right now. Jon Jones. Do I think he's a cheater? Absolutely not. I think he's an amazing fighter, and he knows that, and he knows with all of his just natural ability. Like, look at his family, look at his brothers. His brothers are freaking natures also. So it's not like he needs an actual advantage to start beating these guys. That dude can do it. He can wake up out of bed with no training and beat a lot of guys. I'm not saying that he's better than Cormier. I'm not saying he's better than anyone else. But I don't think that he needs anything in order to be better than anyone else. And at this time, you know what? The party drugs and everything like that, I don't really know anything about. But as far as him cheating and as far as trying to be a better fighter, I don't think he really needs it. And I don't think he's a bad guy in this case.
So do you think it's USADA then, since you bring them up?
Listen, I'm not trying to blame anyone. It's just that what fighters have to realize is when I was at the Olympic Training Center, we couldn't take anything at all because we were too worried about something coming across wrong. And that's the one thing that they preach to us every day. They say, you can't take anything, don't take anything, don't take anything. Well, mixed martial arts is completely different. When I was at the Olympic Training Center, it was just wrestling. So that was the only thing I had to gear myself towards, and that was the only thing I had to train for. Mixed martial arts is different. We have boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, your strength and conditioning. You have so many different things in here. So we're thinking, how can somebody go through all that training and be able to recover to do it day after day? It's hard to do. So they have to do some kind of supplementation. And if something to make you feel better, it's like, oh man, I can continue on with this. But then you have to go back and send it to USADA and say, USADA, pick this product apart and make sure that there's nothing in this product that's going to make me pop. And then you got to put it into your system, and you got to make sure that when it gets into your system, it doesn't like come across as something else. So it's a whole different ball game. I mean, either one thing, we're gonna have to just tell all fighters no supplements, period, or we're gonna have to be a little loose with some of the testing. Because when you come out, it's like, if you come out and say, oh, my levels were extremely high and I had this in my system, that's one thing. As opposed to them throwing it out there and saying, well, we found this in your system. We don't know what level it is. We don't know anything about it. But automatically, everybody's on the little Twitter, and everybody's like dogging him and everything like that. It's terrible. I've been around the business for a long time, and I know that a lot of people are taking things that are not necessarily perfect for them. So it's like the pot calling the kettle black in a lot of these cases, a lot of the posts that I've seen.
No, I mean, and it's good to hear from, your personal experience, like you said, and being, at the Olympic Training Center.